Hey all you cool dogs and puppies, it is Beryl Caskin and I'm back with another video. Just kidding. Alright, for real, it's Sammy Cole and I am back with another video. For today's video, I am going to be doing a full face of first impressions. I got a lot of stuff from Ulta over the last week. I don't know if you can hear my dog licking himself, but that's gotta stop. Murphs. I am very excited to be playing with some of these products today because this is mostly a brand that I have been wanting to try, but just haven't. So I am going to be using a lot of products from Juvia's place. Also, I didn't mention, I realized I tried to film last week. I tried to film a couple times and it just it wasn't jiving. Like nothing was working for me. The lighting wasn't right. And I was having a rough week last week. So I just decided I wasn't going to film and just, brainstorm ideas. So I haven't mentioned in that time, we got a background. Professional, if you will. And if you will not, thanks. Anyways, we have a lot of Juvia's plates. We have some Makeup Revolution, some Colourpop, and some other brands that I'm going to be trying out products for the first time. And I am so excited. So let's just go ahead and get started. So for today's video, I am actually going to be starting with my base. I have been starting with my eyebrows and my eyes first, but because I want to test out some new foundations, some new concealers, I'll be real, I bought them online because we can't go to stores right now. So I'm not 100% sure how these are going to work and how these are going to look. So I want the option to be able to take it off if I need to try something else. So I don't want to get to the last step for that. So we are going to go ahead and start with our face. The first product that I am starting with is my primer, and I am not changing my primer. I am still going to use my Juno & Co. Moonshine Miracle Cream. I'm still going to be using this. And the reason being, since I am trying a new foundation today, I don't know how it's going to work with this primer. So when you're doing primers and you're doing foundation, they kind of have to work together to keep it on all day so it doesn't start to break up. The combinations can sometimes be a little tricky. Now, very well, this foundation and this primer could not go together, and we'll find that out here in a second. However, if I'm eliminating as many variables as possible, I know that this is a good primer with other foundations. So I can determine whether it is the foundation isn't great or if the combo just doesn't work. It helps me eliminate those factors to really figure out how to work with these products, if that makes sense. Just taking a little bit of that, rubbing her around and putting her on. I've actually been using this as my, as a moisturizer as well because it's so creamy and delicious. So I have been using it for that as well. This primer, right now, Juno & Co. is doing a buy one, get one. So they're $35. I know, I think in a previous video I said they were like 28-ish, 30-ish. They're $35, but you get 2 for $35. So personally, I think that is a really awesome price point. I already went and stocked up. So I got my 2. I'm waiting for them. And then also, if you spend over $50, you get a little brush set as well. So I highly recommend that. I will link that down below for you guys if you guys are interested in trying it. Like I said, I highly recommend it. They've been shipping pretty quickly and getting things out pretty quickly with everything, so highly recommend. Next up, we are going to be playing with foundation. It has been, the last time I changed my foundation was, actually, it really wasn't that long ago. It was probably 2 months ago, 3 months ago. I changed my foundation. I was using Too Faced Born This Way, and then I switched over to the Milani 2-in-1 Conceal and Perfect. And now I'm going to try this foundation by Juvia's Place. I don't know if you can see that. By Juvia's Place. I did have to buy this online. It's called I Am Magic Velvety Matte Foundation. It's full coverage. And this is in the shade 640. I don't know what that means. But we're going to go ahead. I'm not 100%. Murphy, can you not lick my things? I'm not 100% sure if this is going to be my shade or not. I bought this online. I have a very particular shade. It's really hard a lot of times for me to find a good match. A lot of times I have to mix two together. I'm just very fair, but like normally the fairest one just like washes me out, and then like the second or third fairest one is like either a little too dark or it has too much yellow. I also don't know my undertones, so I have problems all around. I'm gonna put this on the back of my hand and we're gonna see. I have not looked at this yet. I really was tempted to when I got it, but we're gonna just see what this color is. Okay. That is what we're working with. That might work. I mean, I know on my hand you're probably like, that is not your shade. You know what? It's probably not, but we're gonna see. We're gonna see what happens here. Let's all just say a quick little. All right. I'm also taking my Morphe sponge. Not changing up my sponge either, just similar reasons as to why the primer foundation, it kind of eliminates when I'm trying to evaluate a product. Let's see what happens here. What's that looking like? Oh, she yellow. Okay. Yeah, no, this is not my shade. Nope. Sure not. We're going with it though, because although this isn't my shade, we'll fix it, maybe. So I don't think I have yellow undertones. I think maybe mine are a little bit more pinky. This is so bad. What was really tough about picking a shade is this foundation has 42 shades. 42 shades. That shade range is, first of all, amazing. Great job, Juvia's Place, because we need that. Great job, Juvia's Place, because we absolutely need big shade ranges around here. This is so bad. But it made it so difficult for me to pick it out online. It made it really difficult for me to pick it out online just because I couldn't see them. We're going with it. So, life lessons. Always maybe go a little lighter than you think, because I could have fixed that with bronzer. Now I'm going to attempt to lighten this whole thing up with some concealer. So I got Juvia's Place concealer, and this one I got like fair. I don't know what I was thinking when I bought these things. Like these are completely not the same, but let's see if we can fix her. If we can do anything. It's also been a hot minute since I changed my concealer. And so far, this is like, it's actually a little bit like more watery than my current concealer, which is the Tarte Tape Shape. And just I don't normally conceal down here, but due to circumstances, I'm just putting a little bit below where I would put bronzer, because yeah. But first impressions of this, First of all, this is a fat tube. Like, this is a healthy size. So it's a fat tube. Also, it kind of smells like paint. It kind of smells like a can of paint. So I don't really love that smell. And like I said, it's a little bit more watery than the Tape Shape. Like, it's not as thick, which is not necessarily a bad thing at all. So let's see if she can conceal this face. It's doing actually a pretty good job of going over top of all of that mishap of a shade, which is not on the foundation at all. That's just me not buying the correct shade. But whew, that face reminded me of a little friend that I used to have in middle school, and her name was Too Tan Sam. I might introduce you to her someday. I don't know if I'm ready. I might introduce you to her. I did actually also just buy a new tanning thing that I might try, so maybe I'll videotape that. Let me know if you want me to videotape my new tanning session and introduce you to my good friend, Too Tan Sam. And just know that it will cause me grave embarrassment. Alright, well that helped her a lot. So the concealer, check mark. Enjoyed that. Still not the shade that I should be, but the concealer did a really good job of lightening everything up and not making me look like a complete goofball. If you ever buy a shade that's a little too dark and you don't know what to do, or you know, you don't want to get rid of it because, like me, I don't ever want to throw things out. I want to use them. Grab a concealer that is super light. Maybe just have a super light concealer around, even if you're not the abominable snowman like I am. Maybe just have one laying around in case that ever occurs, that you can lighten it up a little bit. Now we are going to go in and set the face, and I have the Juvia's Place I Am Magic setting powder in White Sands. So this will also probably help as well when I put this setting powder on to kind of get this shade to be where it needs to be. Please excuse my ratchet nails. We're struggling. All right. First impressions of this. It's a very small container. Like, this is very small compared to the other setting powders that I have. Like my Maybelline and my Airspun my Airspun is huge. Like, that can last me forever. So first impressions of that, it's just kind of small. I don't remember what I paid for it, so maybe for what I paid. The other thing about Juvia's Place is that I know that each individual product wasn't that overly expensive, so it was a good brand for that. I also just ordered some stuff off of Sephora, and I'm going to do a video probably next week about luxury brands and how to afford luxury brands on a budget. So keep an eye out for that. If you sneeze on me one more time, Murphy, we are gonna have problems. It feels very light. It's not, so far, is not like making me feel crusty or cakey or like anything like that. So far that is good. We'll see as the video goes on if I feel any cakiness or anything like that. Looking at this a little bit closer in the mirror, I am noticing under here it's like slightly broken up. And looking a little bit closer, I can tell that it looks a little cakey. We're gonna move on. We're gonna deal with it. We're gonna do our best. All right, now we are going to bronze. So I am using the Makeup Revolution Mega Bronzer in the shade 01 Cool. Oh, sorry, there's a reflection there. This thing is huge. Like, that's my first impression. Alright, I'll give a little spoiler alert for the blush. I got this blush from Colourpop. Look at how small it is compared to that. Like, this is a huge bronzer. So, I like that. As long as I like the product, I like that it's huge because it's going to last me a while. So, I'm taking a F11 from the Blinged Brush collection. Oh! Wasn't prepared. I wasn't prepared. Yikes. Alright. Now, I really don't need to bronze like the rest of my face because we're already we ain't the right shade. So we don't need to really do that. I'm just going to do like my forehead area, but I'm not going to do all over like I normally would. I'm looking a little cakey. This still all feels very lightweight. But I do like that Makeup Revolution bronzer. Alright, now we're gonna blush her up. So I showed you a little sneaky peeky. And we are using the Colourpop Super Shock Cheek Matte. Looks like that. It's like a darker orangey-ish, more reddish, brickish color. And count me in. I got this. I'm a little nervous. One, never have used a Colourpop brand before. Fun fact. And they are actually a very affordable brand that you can find at Ulta and probably other places, but I got this off Ulta. So I'm a little nervous because this is a little dark. Is there anything on my cheek? Do we see that? Hello? So I feel like you can see it way more in the viewfinder than I can in real life. Not very pigmented, which is not necessarily a bad thing. That is all based on personal preference because I do think it's buildable, which is great. You want something that's, if something is not pigmented, you at least want it to be buildable so you can get it to the pigment that you want, which sometimes might be a better thing than having something be super pigmented and then you have to like fix it. I feel like you see that way more on camera than you do in this, and it looks like it's like built up right here, but I'm making the same motions I always do and kind of swiping up, and it's building like right here, and it's like not as much up here. If anyone has used Colourpop blushes before, or this one in particular, let me know how you feel. Maybe I'm just being a hoe. Okay, final thoughts on the blush, and then we're moving on. I don't think I would buy another. I think this was a good price point for what I got. I'm glad I didn't spend much more on it, but I don't think I would buy another. I'm going to continue to use this. It is buildable, but I don't think I would be a second purchaser. I hate to see it. So now we're going to go in with some highlighter, and I got from Juvia's Place. I think this is just so cute. And this is the Tribe Highlighter Volume 3. And this is what it looks like. Taking the F17 from the Starry Nights collection. Ooh. Can y'all see that? I can't look at my viewfinder and try to... Wait, no, I'll do my... Y'all see that? Ooh. Ooh. Alright. She's it. She won. Juvia's Place highlighter. won the products today. This is blinding. Like that is a good highlight. And this is in the color Champagne. Yeah. We're putting this all over our face. All right, 10 out of 10. Would recommend this. I think I already said it. It's $12. Worth every bit of the money. I feel like I am just radiant. This like saved the look because I wasn't really feeling it. Just with everything just kind of not being right on point. 10 out of 10. Would recommend. All right, I'm going to hop off camera and do my eyebrows. I am using brand new products for my eyebrows. I bought, it was $18. I bought this set from Morphe. So it comes with a pomade. It comes with a pencil, like a pencil, an eyebrow pencil, clear gel, and it comes with a little like applicator. It also came with this like nude, I think you're supposed to like line your things underneath with it. I'm gonna use this as my eyeliner later. But I'm gonna use these. I'm just gonna do it off camera. And I will be right back to tell you how I feel. All right, I'm not 100% sure how I feel about these brows. Like this one is a little darker than this one, which I could fix it. I just don't want to spend much more time on it. I think to me, they just look weird because I have not changed my eyebrow product in like probably a year, maybe 2 years. I used to use NYX pencils, and then I moved to the NYX Tame and Frame pomade, and I didn't go anywhere. So I had to like, with this, I was using a pencil and the pomade. I wanted to try using both. I had to reteach myself how to use a pencil, and it's just it's a little bit of a different color than what the NYX is. But I think they look all right. They're okay. I think I just need to use the products a little bit more. But yeah. Like I said though, I got 5 or 6 eyebrow products in this little kit for $18, which I think is a pretty good price point. So if you're looking to try out a pomade, or you want to try a pencil, or you want to try both, like this kit is a good little kit to get. Moving on to the eyes. So for the eyes, I am using this palette. It is the Tribe by Juvia's Place, and it looks like so. I'm not going to swatch these because I think that's just going to take too long. I'm just going to dive in. Okay, hiya. My camera battery died while I was starting the eye. And then we went and dropped some cardboard off. So I literally went and was like driving around looking like this. We went to recycle some cardboard because we're redoing our basement, clearing out our garage, lots of home projects during this quarantine. So I lost the footage of where I actually did this, but I didn't get too far, luckily. I was just taking this one, it's the color Sand, and I was just using that in my outer corner. So let's continue. So I'm gonna add a little bit more to that outer corner. I really, really like this color. It's like a dark army green almost, but with like undertones of like a tealish blue. I don't really know how to describe it, but I really, really like this color a lot. So I'm just packing that on just a bit more, bringing that to a little inwards in the crease a bit there. Can you all see me? And then for the second color, I'm going to go in with this green here called Tootsie. And I'm going to take the same brush, so I'm taking the E13 from the Starry Night collection. And like I said, I'm taking that greenish Tootsie color. I'm just going to be putting that up towards the top here. Oh. All right, so now I'm going to be taking this greenish, limey greeny color called, I don't know if I want to attempt it, Maasai? M-A-A-S-A-I. Masai? I don't know. We're taking that color and we're stamping that right at the top. For the lid, I am going to take this glittery greenish blue color. This is the color Cuba. I'm just going to take my finger for this one. So since my first finger is declawed right now, we're going to use her while we can. Oh, yeah. Ooh. I really like that. All right, I really like these shadows. This palette, 10 out of 10, would recommend to a friend. And like I said, it is only $12. So super duper hype about that. Now I'm going to do my bottom lashes, my bottom shadow. So I'm just going to stick with the greens because the lid, it's a darker look. For mascara, I have the L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black mascara. It's hard for me to assess because I literally have not tried really too many new mascaras because I pretty much just curl them, like just put a little bit on and then pop on falsies anyways. So it's a little difficult for me to assess because obviously they don't look like my fake lashes, which is what I'm used to and what I enjoy. But definitely darkens them. It does look like it lengthens them. A little slightly clumpy towards the root of my lashes. But that also might be because I'm putting a shit ton on. Alright, so the mascara is a little clumpy, and I don't know if that's just because I'm so used to falsies or if it genuinely is clumpy. But I'm not going to put false lashes on. I think it looks okay the way that it is. So I'm going to skip the hassle of false lashes. Skip we're gonna skip the hassle of false lashes and we're just gonna move on, and I'll figure out my final thoughts at the end. Now we're gonna go ahead and do the lips. So I am sticking with the same lip liner. I didn't buy any new lip liners. So I am going with LA Girl Ultimate Auto Intense Stay lip liner in the color Enduring Mauve. So let me just get these lips lined. And I knew this going into it. This is a pinkier lip than what I would have wanted to do. I would have wanted to do more of a nude or brown color. However, the lip that I bought to try today is Colourpop Ultra Blotted Lip. And this is in the shade Tattletale. That's definitely a pink. Which when it says diffused rosy pink, that would probably tell you that it's going to be a pink, but I don't know. I'm an idiot. I'm not really a fan of this actually at all. I like the color on its own. I don't like the color with this look, which I think that's my fault purchasing a rosier pink when I knew I kind of wanted to do something like this. So it doesn't feel good on my lips. Like it feels really sticky, and it feels like I kind of put like a heavy paste. And I feel like when it dries, it's gonna immediately start flaking. And that makes me so sad. I've been very excited to try some Colourpop stuff, but both of the things today for me just kind of fell a little flat. So if you use Colourpop and you really, really like something from them, let me know what it is so I can try it out. I don't want to give up on the brand just yet because they are so affordable, but I would not recommend these two things, the blush or the lip. All right, now last, we're gonna set her in place, and I'm a little nervous. I am using the Colourpop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Setting Mist. Alright, so the setting spray did not completely deteriorate my face, which is great. It actually went on. It smells really good. It doesn't feel too hydrating. It dried really quick. I guess we'll just jump into my final thoughts before wrapping up. So the primer, obviously Juno & Co. Love my Juno & Co. The foundation, I think if I got my shade, I would have to give it another shot, but it did still kind of break up under here a little bit. My face does look cakey. Like I can see that it's kind of started to cake, and I've been wearing it for a couple hours since my camera battery died. The bronzer, or the concealer. I really like the concealer. The concealer saved the shade and made things look a little bit better. So I do like the concealer. The setting powder, I'm not sure if that's contributing to the cakiness or not. I'd have to try it with some other foundations, which I may do that at some point with my Milani. Then what did we use? The bronzer. Love the bronzer. Makeup Revolution bronzer is fantastic. Really loved that. The blush let me down. It wasn't very pigmented. It did build up, but it took a while to get there, so would not be my everyday. Highlight. The highlight definitely, I think, won today. That one, literally, really loved that. Really.
Literally, I loved it. I really, literally, honestly, I can't even look.
Eyebrows, I have to get used to using it, but I do think I like that, and I do think that it's a great price point for all that stuff. And then the eyes. I really, really like this eyeshadow palette, and I would recommend it. The Colourpop lipstick, I think you know how I feel about it. No thanks. And then the setting spray, it's good. I'll take it. So, alright guys, so that concludes this video. Thank you so much for watching my first full face of first impressions. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Please tell me what you want to see in future videos. Hope you guys are staying safe and sane, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And that's that. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you guys in the next one.